Hey, what's up? It's Pat here, and today I'm excited because I'm going to be very vulnerable with you. I'm going to be filming a YouTube video for the future, and you're gonna get to watch it happen, and you're gonna see me fumble through all the mistakes, all of the weird sort of things that I do when I record. And we've done this a couple times. And in fact, a couple times when we've done this, we've taken that recording, we've popped it on the YouTube channel later, and the videos have gone kind of viral. So I'm hoping the same thing happens here. I'll tell you a little bit about the plan. I'm going to show you the script that I have and how I'm going to run through it and how I try to make this as efficient as possible, because I know filming YouTube videos obviously can be a great thing to grow your channel. Outside of the lives, they can definitely be something that can be found, into the future. They can take hold of the algorithm a little bit easier than live streams. And you can contain a certain amount of information within a very, very high quality video, not just like video quality, but content quality, and hopefully have it help many other people too, which is of course why we're here, to help and serve other people. But YouTube especially, there's some things that we need to put into the video to give ourselves the best chance of having people watch it and keep watching it and all that great stuff too. So more on what this video is going to be about in just a second. Then I'm going to hit record on my camera so that I have a high quality version of this, and we're recording the audio here as well. And we'll see what happens. I'm hoping we get through it. Will I get through it? I don't know, but I need some fire emojis in the chat to fire me up. But for right now, I hope you're fired up, because we're going to start the show. Here we go.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream, all while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
Okay, so again, the plan today is to film a video live that will be recorded, because obviously I'm filming a video live now, and yes, YouTube is actually recording this, but something separate. A video that in and of itself will be contained into its own pre-recorded YouTube video that will hopefully get us more views, more, I'm seeing all the fire emojis, by the way, and that's really helpful, because when you record your videos, you need to have a lot of energy. So I want to just thank you, because every time I come on live, even if I don't want to, because there's, honestly, for the last 331 days, there's been moments where I'm like, oh, gotta go live again. But as soon as I come here and I see the support from you, I'm fired up. And the more energy that you can bring to your videos, whether it's live or pre-recorded, the more likely it is a person is going to have the energy and the sort of just the commitment to watch the video. So that's what we're planning to do today, right? So welcome. We got Max and Cheese Pokemon. We got Tina. We got Bill, Janelle, Cool Gray Cats. We got EJ, Gail, Jillian. Thank you so much. Big shout out, of course, to our wonderful moderators who keep the house down and keep it fired up as well. We got Peasant Uprising, Just Samson, K-Walk Comedy, Stephanie, and Karma Cashflow as well. So thank you so that. We got Janat in the house, Kathy, Jeff the Ref. What is up? Really excited. By the way, we might, during this stream, we might actually cross 10,000 subscribers on Deep Pocket Monsters while live here today. We're going to check at the end. We're about 14 away. We're 14 away, which is pretty exciting. So that's been an amazing thing to see within about a month. The channel grow to 10,000. We have a live stream later this week about that on Saturday. Going to do some giveaways and stuff. If you want to check out more about that, Deep Pocket Monster is the name of the channel. I'm having so much fun. Literally, the creative juices are flowing. But right now, we're creating a video specifically for this channel here. And so when you consider creating a video for any YouTube channel, you want to consider who is it that's in your audience and what are they asking questions about? What are they interested in right now? And how might you validate that, right? So there's a couple things that I want you to know. This video that we're going to be filming today is a video about Clubhouse. If you don't know what Clubhouse is a brand new social media app. It's been around since, I think, November of 2020, and it's gaining a lot of steam and a lot of momentum. And when you can sort of, what I like to call newsjack, it's not necessarily news, but it's like the new thing. When you can be not first to market always, but when you can be quick to fire away with valuable content related to something that's new, you can obviously take advantage of a lot of people searching for that thing, especially if it's helpful and it helps them learn how to do that thing or save money or make money or something that makes it more convenient for them. That's awesome. Also awesome is @Reef here, one of our very own members who just keeps coming in today with the fire and the super chats. Thank you so much for the support. You don't need to pay anything to be here. This is like free entertainment, but if you want to support, I'm not going to push that away. So thank you so much for that. So again, Clubhouse is cool because you can connect with other people. It's sort of the equivalent of if you go to a conference, but it's virtual. Because when you go to a conference, there's a bunch of rooms and there's a lot of talks happening. You can walk into any of those rooms. You could sit down in the audience and listen in. And it's a listen only, it's an audio only application that a lot of people across all different industries are using to not just sit in and listen on other people, but you can start your own rooms as well. You can invite other people on the stage. You can get invited onto the stage if you raise your hand and ask a question, if people let you in. You can create clubs on there, and it becomes this nice little thing that fills in the hole that all of us have been feeling in the conference arena, especially as business owners. Just, we haven't been able to go out and connect with other people. There are no conferences happening in person, so this is our way to connect with other people. I've seen time and time again, even myself included, I've seen that at Reef, again, with another $20. You do not need to do that, please. Thank you so much, by the way, for the support. But just you being here is enough support. So don't feel like you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But thank you. I'm going to give you a yay just because you're awesome. Thank you so much. Samson says, I'm in the car, but I'm here. I'm grateful for that. Cool. So the cool thing about this is I've been able to meet people that I've never met before on Clubhouse. I've been able to follow up and actually create partnerships and deals with people that wouldn't have happened if it weren't for Clubhouse. I have rekindled some relationships that were from way back when that were just by chance within Clubhouse because we were all in the same room together. We were all on stage at the same time. So a great way to build your following, a great way to validate your ideas. Speaking of validating ideas, how did I know that this is a video that would potentially work if I were to film it on this channel? Well, we've run some experiments. Number one, very grateful that we've run for 331 days in a row. Some of those days, more recently, have been about Clubhouse. Every time I've spoken about that, those videos pop. We get a lot of views on them, so a great thing you can do is if you want to test something, test it. Try it out. See if it works. You have social media platforms where you can engage with your audience and see which topics they might be more interested in, whether it's a poll specifically or something that might be just like a little fun note about something, or maybe you offer a lead magnet. You can see which lead magnet or download gets more downloads. Then you can actually use that data as understanding that, okay, your video that you create about that topic is going to give you a better chance of winning. Very similar to my friend Michael Hyatt, a mentor of mine. He is somebody who, in fact, I will be interviewing in about 51 minutes now about work-life balance, which is really cool and something I admire him for. So I'm really excited about that. But he wrote a best-selling book called Living Forward. That book first was actually a free lead magnet. It wasn't the book. It was just the topic of the book that was given away for free. A lot of people downloaded it. A lot of people loved it. That gave him the understanding that if he were to turn that into a book and spend all that time and money into that it would work really well. And it did. And it's changed a lot of people's lives. So I did the same thing here on the YouTube channel. I've tested little things to now understand that, okay, everybody wants a full video. Not everybody, but a full video about Clubhouse will do really, really well. So that's giving us an understanding. And plus me being in it and having now, I think within Clubhouse, 40,000 subscribers or followers, I think that I have a lot to say about it and how I can make it work for people. Cool? Cool. Okay, so let me take you into the script because the script includes a number of pieces that will help, again, this video have the best chance. Will it succeed? I don't know. I'm giving it the best chance to, and that's what we want. We want to stack things in our favor so that when we create these videos, actually, you know, we're giving ourselves the best chance. A lot of times we shoot ourselves in the foot by doing many things. For example, the most common thing is we create a really amazing video. We have a terrible thumbnail and title. You're not doing yourself any help because the title and thumbnail is really important. Remember, the click and stick strategy. The click is the title and thumbnail. The stick is what I'm about to share with you, which is the hook, as well as how we keep people running all the way through. So let me share my screen with you right now, and I'll show you exactly how I'm thinking about this video. So here is the script right here. Here is the title, 10 tips for winning on Clubhouse in 10 minutes, right? So the title includes the word Clubhouse. That's really important. That's a keyword. The title also includes a number. We found that on my channel, and again, this is something that you could learn over time, but this is just in general, people love, especially when you're giving information, a list type structure. And on YouTube, the list type structure works really, really well because you can do some fun things with it. It helps people know where we're going. You could save your best tip for last. I have some other strategies in this script that I'll share with you before I hit record. I'm hoping to hit record probably around the 30-minute mark. so that we can maybe do 20 to 30 minutes of recording. It's going to be messy. I'm going to hit record. I'm not going to stop, and it'll be full of all the mistakes, because what happens is my editor goes in and then removes those mistakes, fills in the gaps, maybe puts some B-roll or something in between the gaps or something to not make it so abrupt, but it's okay if it's abrupt. You don't have to have the best editing in the world. Hitting record, getting through all the muck, being a disaster is how you become the master. And then you can remove all that nasty stuff and then have the nice shiny bits in the end, right? So that's kind of the approach that we're taking. So 10 tips for winning on Clubhouse in 10 minutes. This 10 minutes part was something that I experimented with not too long ago. I did a video that I think was 15 business opportunities in 15 minutes. That worked really well. It also gives people the understanding that I'm not going to talk for, days about this, but 10 tips in 10 minutes. That structure works really well. You can steal that if you want. 10 tips for winning on Clubhouse in 10 minutes. So here's the hook. And remember, the hook is extremely important. This is the stick part of the click and stick situation and equation. If we don't nail this, then none of the tips are going to matter, because people are more than likely going to leave, right? So let me just practice this hook with you, and I'll kind of explain my thinking process. And what I'm hoping is you can download my thinking process for future videos and other hooks that you might want to create too. So after being on Clubhouse for just over 2 months now, I've gained over 40,000 subscribers, and I can say with confidence that Clubhouse is amazing, because even more than the numbers, the connections I've made, the business deals that have happened, and the ability to share stories, research my audience, and of course, learn a lot from really smart people by literally being in the same room as them, I knew I had to shoot this video for you. So it's a little bit wordy, and I could probably make it a little bit better, and I probably will, but I want to go over some of the pieces with you. Number one, I'm just showing proof right away. I'm not just some random person who started on Clubhouse yesterday. I want to show proof. And in the tiptoe strategy that you've heard me talk about before, having first the T, the title, connect to the top of the video, then saying in this video, which I say right down here, and then the P is proof. You need to share proof, because you can say all the right things, but unless there's a little bit of proof in there that help people go, okay, yeah, I guess you are qualified to talk about this, or yeah, you're right, this is something that I'm interested in, then that's going to work in your favor, right? So I just start with that, because there's a lot of people talking about Clubhouse right now, but I know a lot of people haven't been on for as long as I have, or have 40,000 subscribers. So I'm flexing, dude. I'm going to flex that 40,000. You might as well, because you have it. Now, if you don't have that, but you still want to create a video, talk about something beneficial that has happened with your own experience within that thing that you're talking about. That'll help people go, okay, you're in it. You're actually not just like regurgitating other people's stuff, but you're in it. That's really important. Let me know in the chat with a, yes, I get it. I don't know. I like to do emojis sometimes, but we already use the fire emoji. But let me know if that's registering for you. The fact that you need some sort of proof, and again, just in a moment's notice, right at the beginning, whether it's like the first sentence or right after the first sentence, some sort of proof to help the viewer go, oh, okay, I guess I did land on the right spot, and this person is the person to learn from, right? Cool. So that's the sort of, being on Clubhouse for 2 months, gaining over 40,000 subscribers. I think I might even be able to narrow this down. I've been on Clubhouse, and I'm putting the keyword there. The keyword Clubhouse, that's the keyword I'm targeting. It's in the title. You want that also in the first sentence. If you can connect the title, not just for the human that's there, but also for the bots, Google, YouTube, have that keyword or key phrase in the first sentence of your video. That works really, really well, especially for these more informational videos. This is obviously not a cookie cutter strategy for every niche and every person. There's a lot of people who will start with a montage that has 0 words, but it hooks people in because of the visuals and because of the storytelling. So again, this is just a formula you can use, but it makes it very clear, especially when there's information being shared. Yes, I get it. Yes, 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 yes. Cool. I've been on Clubhouse for 2 months now. And again, what am I doing? I'm just trimming the fat. That's what I'm doing, right? So I've been on Clubhouse for 2 months now, gained over 40,000 subscribers, and I can say with confidence that Clubhouse is amazing. Amazing is not the best thing. Is a tool that everyone should use. Is a platform tool. I'm going to say tool because it is a tool, and that's kind of how I explain. Is a tool that everyone should take advantage. So last night I wrote these tips and this hook just off the top of my head. Right now we're going through the sort of trimming the fat phase, right? You could do this on the fly, but I like to do this with you and just, again, show you my thought process behind it. So let's try this again. When I do these things, if a person's in the room with me, they're gonna hear me repeat the same thing, almost the same thing, over and over again. This is how I create a video, this is how I speak it, and I get to listen to myself, and I get to determine whether or not it makes sense, right? So saying it out loud, even if you're writing a blog post, say it out loud so you can hear what it sounds like on the other end, right? It's just going from here to here. I've been on Clubhouse for 2 months now, gained over 40,000 subscribers, and I can say with confidence that Clubhouse is a tool that everybody should take advantage of. Because that's a huge run-on sentence. So I'm going to say, and be more specific here, more than viral growth, more than the ability to gain followers quickly. There we go. That's good. The connections you can make. What am I doing here? I'm taking the I out of this and putting you. More than the ability to gain followers quickly, the connections you can make, the business deals that could go down, and the ability to share stories, the opportunity to research your audience, more than the ability to gain. How about this? Gaining followers fast is awesome, but even more awesome, and that's just how I speak, right? I like to write when I'm writing a script like I talk, and it makes it feel more real. Consider gaining followers fast is awesome, but even more awesome are the connections you can make, right? Versus you can gain many followers rather quickly. And beyond generating multiple subscribers per day, you may be able to create amazing rapport with people who you have never met before. That's boring, and that's not how I talk. If that's how you talk, then that's great. But I think that online especially, you just want to be yourself, show your personality. If I was like chatting with a friend, which is what I'm thinking right now, and obviously, again, I'm a little bit at an advantage here because I'm live with you, so I recognize and see hundreds of you right now, or 100 of you right now on the other end. So this is helping me, so thank you. Be just more human, right? So let's try this again. I'm gonna read over the hook. This is something that I spend the most time on, is the hook. Because the hook, if you nail it, you can have a little bit more wiggle room to talk a little bit more and maybe be a little bit more overly wordy later. But the hook, I want it to be trimmed, I want it to be snappy and not crappy. There we go. All right, so let's just pretend, let's get in the scene. All right. So I've been on Clubhouse for 2 months now, gained over 40,000 subscribers, and I can say with confidence that Clubhouse is a tool that everybody should take advantage of. Gaining followers fast is awesome, but even more awesome are the connections you can make, the business deals that could go down. Plus, you have an opportunity to go deep with your audience for research. That's not even that strong, right? I mean, that's a thing. Like being on Clubhouse, I can ask questions, I can learn more about my audience, but do people wake up in the morning and go, I want to learn more about my audience? They don't. That's something we should all do, but what do they ultimately want? They want followers, they want authority, right? Here we go. Gaining followers fast is awesome, but even more awesome are the connections you can make, the business deals that could go down, and the authority that you can build for your and the credibility, the credibility you can build for your brand. And then this last part, I'm imagining a screenshot that I took when I was in the same room in a Clubhouse with Elon Musk and another room with Mr. Beast. So when I say, and of course you can learn a lot of really smart things from literally being in the same room. Again, too wordy. Let's delete that and let's try to reword that. So I've been on Clubhouse for 2 months. I've been on Clubhouse for 2 months now, gained over 40,000 subscribers, and I'll show a screenshot of that, right? Again, proof. And I can say with confidence that Clubhouse is a tool that everybody should take advantage of. Gaining followers fast is awesome, but even more awesome are the connections you can make, the business deals that could go down, and the credibility you can build for your brand as you enter rooms, as you put yourself in the same room as some amazing people who are also on the platform too. Yeah, let's try that again. And the credibility you can build for your brand. Plus, you might find yourself in a room with some other amazing people too. And this is again where I will show, and this is just a note for me or my editor, show me with Mr. Beast and Elon Musk in the same room. Cool. How does that feel, everybody? Let's try that again. Not trimmy enough. Cool. Okay, let's run it like we're gonna run it. I'm not hitting record yet. I'm gonna read through some more tips, and then hopefully in 8 minutes, because wow, the time is flying by, probably because I'm just like all in on this right now with you. But let me know if this is making sense, how I take just the initial idea and don't just start with that, because that's a first draft. If a person wrote the first draft of their book and published it, it would not be anything close to what the final book is usually like. But you got to get through that first draft. And again, you got to be a disaster before you become the master. So again, I hope this is helpful, but let's pretend like we're recording and we're getting into the hook. Cool? Cool. About the okay. Let's reset there. All right. I've been on Clubhouse for 2 months now, gained over 40,000 subscribers, and I can say with confidence that Clubhouse is a tool that everybody should take advantage of. Gaining followers fast is awesome, but even more awesome are the connections you can make, the business deals that could go down, and the credibility you can build for your brand. Plus, you might find yourself in a room with some other amazing people too. In this video, I'm sharing 10 tips for winning on Clubhouse in 10 minutes. And make sure you stick around to the end because I have a huge warning for you too. Something that I've seen totally screw people up here on the platform, and I don't want you to fall into the same trap. Cool? Cool. Let's begin. Okay, so the last part there, which I hadn't gone over yet with you, but this part right here, this is the tease. This is in the tiptoe strategy. Remember, title connection in this video. So saying that, which I have right here, proof, which I have up here, 2 months, 40,000 subscribers or sort of followers, excuse me. They're not subscribers on Clubhouse. Glad I caught that. This is the next T in toe. This is the tease, teasing what's coming, right? Teasing what's coming. The thing that I'm missing here too is the objections. So a person might object to something, right? And I want to sort of catch them before they talk themselves out of watching the rest of this video, right? What's up, B-Roy? Good to see you. Shonda, Charles, Pokegal. Great. Jillian, what's up? Okay, in this video, I'm sharing 10 tips for winning on Clubhouse in 10 minutes. Here's the objection. Even if you're just starting out, that's sort of like capturing, oh, I'm just starting out, it's not going to work. I don't think that's good enough. Even if that's a great way to kind of just put a little parenthetical objection in there. Even if you're an introvert, there we go. Because that's a big one too. Well, I'm not an introvert. And I do have a tip down below where you have to kind of, put yourself out there. And it is really a tip for people like me who are more introverted. So let's read the second part again. This is the last part of the hook, the tiptoe strategy, right? In this video, I'm sharing 10 tips for winning on Clubhouse in 10 minutes. Even if you're an introvert. And make sure you stick around to the end because I have a huge warning for you too. Something that I've seen totally screw people up here on the platform, and I don't want you to fall into that same trap. Let's begin. All right, how's that feel? Feeling good? Let me know in the chat if you're liking that start. Hopefully you can see how I took just like a bigger idea, a lot of fluff, a lot of like extra weeds, and I trimmed that out with my weed whacker, and then I just kind of like have this nice, it's not perfect, but it's good enough, I think. And sometimes, of course, you can spend another hour on choosing the legit exact specific words for every sentence and the cadence of everything. But I think we're good and ready to go, right? So the other thing that I want to say is notice how I read this, right? Even in practice, if I practice reading like this, it's not going to be the same. I want every practice run to be as if I'm filming, right? So if I was like, All right, I've been on Clubhouse for 2 months now, gained over 40,000 followers, and I can say with confidence that Clubhouse is a tool everyone should take advantage of. Gaining followers fast is awesome, but even more awesome are the connections you can make. Business deal, like, you don't know how that's going to come across. You don't know how that's going to come across. What the, you saw it just a second ago, right? I practiced as if I was performing it, right? I've been on Clubhouse for 2 months now, gained over 40,000 subscribers, and I can say with confidence that Clubhouse is a tool that everybody should take advantage of. Gaining followers fast is awesome, but even more awesome than that. You see how I'm adding a little bit of just the performance aspect into it? And again, I'm an introvert. This is weird to me, but thankfully it's helpful that you're here because I feel like I'm also performing this to you. So if you don't have a live audience watching you, which I don't necessarily recommend you have when you're fumbling through all these mistakes, because it can be very embarrassing, which is why I'm doing this for you, so that you can be like, wow, Pat did this in front of hundreds of people. Well, hey, I can do this on my own, right? That's kind of why I'm doing this. So, okay, cool. Just looking. All right, we're good. Thank you. Oh, by the way, thanks for the thumbs ups. Those go really well. I appreciate it. The other thing that I just watched a video this morning, in fact, and I want to talk about this really quick before I hit record maybe in 5 minutes and fumble my way through this and struggle so that, again, you won't have to struggle yourself as much. I watched a video this morning that was about the idea that you should not, in your videos, ask people to subscribe. Which is like, what? Are you serious? Yeah. Don't ask people to subscribe. And the reasoning was because, number one, it's a lot of friction to go and subscribe. Number two, when people subscribe, it actually isn't working to your favor as much as we might think. We think that when we hit subscribe, we're seeing every one of those videos. But actually, that's just one of many factors. And most people who watch our videos aren't actually subscribers. And we're actually wasting time, and we're actually removing sort of the energy if we just kind of go back to asking people to subscribe. But something that they can do in every video, and of course, our subscribers can only subscribe once, and so they don't need to hear it again. You can benefit more by having a tighter video, not asking people to subscribe, and getting people to like the video. And if you can get people into a habit of liking the video, that'll work really, really well for you, right? And so Lowell here said, I heard someone say this yesterday on Clubhouse, ironically. Yeah. So here's the thing. You want to gain that subscriber organically, but having people get used to liking the video will do more, if not, it will do just as much, if not more, than just the subscribe. Because getting people to like the video more habitually can be amazing, right? So this is why Graham Stephan, anybody know Graham Stephan? He just all about smashing that like button, obliterating it, he has some fun, unique way of sharing it in every single video. And I think in all future videos, especially on my Pokemon channel, right, I can have a lot of fun with that. Hey, use quick attack on the like button, or hey, hit that like button and may the Pokemon gods forever bless your packs with rainbow rares. Like, I can just do something fun like that. Versus, and I know Kevin from Epic Gardening does the same thing. He literally says, hey, hit that like button and may your may you never have a seed go unsprouted again, right? Or may the cabbage gods, if it's a video about cabbage, may the cabbage gods forever bless you with large heads of lettuce. No, cabbage, sorry. I thought cabbage and lettuce were the same when I was a kid. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to see what happens if I don't ask for the subscribe and I more likely earn the subscribe, right? If that makes sense. So I'm going to do that in this video as well. So with these 10 tips, just again, we're running out of time. So here's what it is. 10 tips, starting with 10. This is something that I've seen works really well. It doesn't always work, but it can work really well. When you share a top 10 tips, why not, instead of starting with 1 and going to 10, do you think that people are more likely to wait till they get to number 1 if you start with 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, especially if the last one is like the best one? So again, a little bit of a strategy. You flip it on its head. These are literally, I had these 10 tips and I just flipped the numbers. I didn't even think about it. I just went, let me just start with 10 and count down so that we can see sort of like what the number 1 is. And I've seen this again in the Pokemon spot, top 10 eBay auctions for modern cards in the past week. And we always wait till the end to see what the #1 card is, right? Now, of course, we don't have cards to reveal, but we have tips to reveal, so we can do the same strategy here too. So that's why I'm starting, as you can see. Thank you, Dawn. Something on my right eyebrow. Thought I'd tell you before you record. Thank you, dude. That was massive value, Dawn. Dawn, high five. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Sometimes I get a little fleck or two. Just gotta shimmy it out sometimes. Okay, we're good. Okay, 7. Oh, here we go. Between tip 6 and 5, I do a little check-in. So this is the italicized area. And this is, cabbage tastes like garbage though. It can, unless you know how to cook well. Oh, just kidding. I cook cabbage in my pork Kahlua juice leftovers after cooking a pork Kahlua pork in an Instant Pot, and it's yummy. It's so yummy. Okay, so here's what I have in the middle. Hey, just checking in. Now that we've set up Clubhouse, let's use it to its fullest potential. These next 5 tips are really important. And again, remember, stick around to the end because I have a thing to share with you, a warning. Also, not subscribe. I'm going to test the not subscribe. Also, if you have, also, real quick, hit that like button for me if you've been getting any value out of this video. That helps a lot. Thank you. So something simple. I don't need to go too far into that. I might say something different, but we'll see. Tip number 5, tip number 4, tip number 3, tip number 2, tip number 1, and then the warning, which I don't have to. I can just say that off the top of my head, right? Okay, so I think we're ready to go. 10 tips. We got the hook. Now, yes, if I were to read this a few times and practice, it would be a lot easier when I record. But again, you're going to hear me struggle through this. We might not get to the end, but we're going to go as far as we can. So I'm going to hit record. I'm going to fumble through this. And you're going to notice that I'm not going to try to memorize the whole thing, look up at the camera, and then try to memorize the next tip, look up at the camera, fumble through it. I'm going to take it bit by bit. Because what's really cool is with the magic of editing, I can take all those little weird moments in the middle out. I can actually have every almost sentence become its own sort of shot where I'm looking at the camera, look down, look at the next sentence, or trying to get a gist of what I'm going to say, go back up, record. Again, I didn't stop and hit record again. I'm just recording all the way through. Because in the editing process, I can remove that middle bit where I'm trying to figure it out. I can add some B-roll. I can just cut right to it. That's called a jump cut. And it becomes a very engaging video when it's done that way. And I can just make sure that I get it down. So if y'all ready, I'm going to hit record, and I'm going to do this. Now, would you rather, chat, you can let me know. It might be a toss-up, but would you rather watch me like this, or would you rather watch me like this? So that you can kind of read the script and kind of follow along. Let me know in the chat. I'm going to not drink some water because I forgot to bring it in the room, but we are good to go. I'm going to check on the Pokemon channel really quick. We are at 9,988 subscribers. Wow. Crazy. All right. Great stuff, says Uncle Bill. Thank you. All right. While I wait for your answers, I am going to do a little bit of a stretch. Pat, the pause option and record mode on Ecamm was a game changer for me. Do you use it as well? I don't use it, Joy. But I think that could be great. If you're going to use Ecamm to record, you can totally do that. First way, large, the way we now can see both. With text, please, able to read. Just yourself, not the script. First person view. Okay, of course, it's kind of split down the middle, which is really funny. So maybe I can compromise and we can go here and then I can make, hey, there's you guys on the left. I can put this up here. Actually, let me go back down. Can I make this a little bit bigger? Should be able to, right? That should work. There, how's that? Does that work? Go pee, says Lowell. No, I'm good. I had my pregame pee right before the stream, so we're good. Okay. Let me minimize that. Let's get the script. Let's see. Better snap tool. That's what I use on a Mac to snap to the corners. All right, and I'll have it maybe here on the left-hand side if I... What if I do this? I'm trying to get it so it's all the way to the left for you. Nope, that didn't work well. It was working. Okay, let's just try there. I need to make sure I can see too, of course. Okay, that should be good. All right, chat. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit record on my camera here. Then I'm gonna hit record on my Rodecaster Pro. I'm also recording this here through Ecamm as well. So we got some backups. Mic is good. Double check mic. Mic check. Okay, we're good. Voice is good. I'm gonna hit record on this bad boy, and let's fumble through it together. Give me some good lucks in the chat. Okay, first of all, I just hit record, and I'm gonna go to the back around to the camera to make sure it is recording. And I'm very glad I did that because it wasn't. Okay, now I hit record on my audio, and what I'm gonna do is a audio sync. My editor is gonna see that, be able to line up the audio with the video, and now we're good to go. Okay. It'll be fun to watch this later. It's kind of scary. You guys are watching at the same time. All right. I'm going to close the chat. Okay, we're good. I'm going to move this over here. I'm stalling. Okay. Sorry, Tim, who's watching me fumble right now. I'm live right now, so we're just demonstrating this. Okay. I've been on Clubhouse for 2 months now, have gained over 40,000 subscribers, and I can say with confidence that Clubhouse is a tool that everybody should be taking advantage of. All right, that was good. I'll do another take just in case. Tim picked the best one. So I've been on Clubhouse for 2 months now. I've gained over 40,000 followers, and I can say with confidence that Clubhouse is a tool that everybody should be taking advantage of. Gaining followers fast is awesome, but even more awesome are the connections that you can make. The business deals that could go down, and the credibility that you can earn for your brand. And the credibility that you can earn for you and your brand. Plus, you might find yourself in a room with some really, really cool people too. Tim, in that area, I want to put a screenshot of Elon Musk and the Mr. Beast where I was in the same room as them. In this video, I'm sharing 10 tips for winning on Clubhouse in 10 minutes, even if you're an introvert. Even if you're an introvert. Even if you're an introvert. In this video, I'm sharing 10 tips for winning on Clubhouse in 10 minutes, even if you're an introvert. Even if you're an introvert. Even if you're an introvert. And make sure you stick around to the end because I have a huge warning for you. Clubhouse actually can be quite dangerous. So make sure you stick around because I want to make sure you don't fall into the same trap that I've seen a lot of other people fall into with this platform. Okay. Cool? Cool. Let's begin. This is the awkward part where I just kind of like read through, and it's just super awkward, and you're all watching me right now. There's 138 people in the room. Okay. Tip number 10, follow up. If you're in a room with someone and you're enjoying what they're saying on the stage, after, follow up with them outside of the platform. If you're in a room with someone and you're enjoying what they're saying, follow up with them later. Click on their profile, click into their Twitter or Instagram, and let them know how you've enjoyed what they had to say, or see how you might be able to help. So the reason why I'm not looking at the camera is because I'm imagining this part to be B-roll. So I can benefit by having, a screenshot of Clubhouse and, flicking through it, opening up a profile, so I don't have to look at the camera during this time. Click on their profile, click into their Twitter or Instagram, and let them know how you've enjoyed what they had to say, or see how you can potentially help them even further. Everyone in business gets somewhere because of relationship, and Clubhouse is probably the best thing to happen as late when it comes. Everyone in business gets somewhere because of a relationship. And Clubhouse is an amazing platform for building relationships, but it has to happen with connection. And of course, so I'm kind of not following the script exactly, but that's okay. Everyone in business gets somewhere because of a relationship. And Clubhouse is the best thing to happen as of late with building connections and relationships online, especially in the era of the pandemic. Okay. Sure. Tip number 9. Tip number 9. Please optimize your bio. Unlike Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, on Clubhouse, people actually read your bio. It's important that you utilize this space, and you've got a lot of room to work with, so use it. Realize, however, that the very top part of your bio is the only thing people see when they click on your profile, unless they click to read more. So that first part at the very top, well, that's going to be your money line. So that part at the top, before it gets truncated, that's your money line. Back to B-roll. So there's like a little pattern interrupt, right? Like a screenshot or a screen share, and then back to me with that money line thing, and now back to the screenshot. Start with something of value or something that connects to the kinds of people you want to connect with, and you can expand on who you are and your credentials from there. What happened there? This should be tip 8. I don't know what happened. I think I hit B instead of Control B. Okay, that last part didn't sound all that great. Let me try. Start your bio with something of value or something that will connect you to the kinds of people that you want to connect with. And you can expand on that and later in your bio, you can expand on who you are and the kind of credentials that you have. Okay, chat, how we doing? I don't know if you're even still watching me because I'm just in it. But let's keep going. What are your interests? Tip number 8. Tip number 8, which has more to do with your bio, please add some personality in there too. Don't just try to look professional because guess what? That's what everybody else is trying to do. And in this world, people connect with other people. That wasn't even in the script, but I'm going to keep it. What makes you unique? What are your interests? Oh, I do have it here. What gives you the ability, actually, I can just skip that. People want to connect with other people. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Add a little bit about yourself like I do here in. Don't be shy and add a list of your interests for others to clearly see when they explore more about you. And again, to see that you're a real human being. Tim will add a little screen recording of my bio there where I talk about Back to the Future and all that stuff that I'm into. Oh, and real quick, don't forget to connect your Instagram and your Facebook account. No, not Facebook. Oh, and real quick, don't forget to don't forget to connect your Twitter and your Instagram profile to your Clubhouse profile too. This will allow you to connect with more people, and also a bonus tip, make sure your profile images are actually the same across all those platforms so that when people go from one to the other, they'll know that it's exactly you. Okay, sure. So that's 10, 8, 9, no, 10, 9, 8. Now we're at 7, 6, and then the break. We've been recording for 8 minutes. Let me check the chat. How's the chat? Chat, how you doing, chat? Looking, hey, oh, okay, you guys are just chilling. What did I do something? Did he lock them out? Maybe he hit something, not sure if he knows. Let me know if that's something I should worry about. Agree with the professional thing, gets old really fast. You pause and record when you do that paragraph, or will this edit on a record app? You pause and record when you do a new paragraph, or will this edit on record app? Okay, watching this shows me how much harder I need to work to get 100 videos to get an editor. I'm proud of myself for editing. Yeah, I mean, when you do this yourself, you're talking to yourself, and that's fine too. Did you close others out? Did I close others out? Okay, you're still here. Just making sure we're all good. All right, I'm just gonna keep going. Thanks, chat. I'm gonna remove you, and let's go to tip number 7. Thanks, Tim. Okay. Tip number 7. Tip number 7, invite your friends. When you joined Clubhouse, it was probably from an invite from somebody that you knew. And now that you're in, you have invites to share with others too. When you invite others, your picture will actually show up in their profile as the person who nominated them and helped them get on the platform. It's a little bit of extra exposure coming your way. As you can see here, one of my best friends, Chris Ducker, nominated me on December 6th, 2020. Use your invites and bring people in who you know could provide value, who that you'd love to connect with. All making the platform even stronger and together beneficial for okay. This will just be B-roll most likely. Use your invites and bring people in who you know could provide value, who you'd love to connect with even more, and want to share this platform with. It all makes the platform all that much stronger. All of it makes Clubhouse that much stronger and useful for you. Okay. Tip number 6. Tip number 6, join clubs. Okay, this is a lot to take in, but let's try it. Clubs are like groups that share a particular interest or share the same topic. Clubs are like groups that share a common interest for a particular topic. And if you're ever in a room and you see a smaller text name at the top above the title of the room with a little green house next to it, that's the name of the club. You can visit it, you can check it out, see who's a part of that club, and you can even ask to join that club too. All the clubs that you're in, you'll see at the bottom of your profile, and within each club space, you'll see who the members are, and you can follow those within too. Examine the profiles and see who you might be interested in connecting with. And without ever having them in the same room as you can still connect off of Clubhouse on Instagram or Twitter and connect with that common interest already as a starting point to engage in a conversation with. I've done this several times with groups and clubs that I know share the same interests as me, and those connections, very valuable. Go ahead and give it a shot. Go ahead and try it out. Okay, we're halfway through. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Let's keep it going. We got 10 minutes left. I think we could do this. We can do this. We can finish the tips at least, and I can get to the warning at the end. Let's just go. Hey, now that we're halfway through this video, I'm just checking in with you because the next 5 tips are exactly how we can utilize this platform now that we've set it all up to its fullest potential. All right, so we're about halfway through the tips now, and all the following tips are going to be how to utilize the platform best now that we spend some time learning how to set it up properly. And again, remember to stick around to the end because I have a big warning for you that will... And again, make sure to stick around to the end because I have a huge warning for you and a trap that I do not want you to fall in when you join Clubhouse. And make sure you stick around. And as a reminder, make sure you stick around to the end because that big warning I have for you can change. And again, make sure you stick around to the end because that warning. And as a reminder, make sure you stick around to the end because I have a warning for you and a trap that I totally don't want you to be in. Sure. Also, really quick, to help others join Clubhouse and learn these things so that we can all have a better experience, hit that like button, especially if you've gotten any value here. Thank you. All right. Next. Tip number 5, try to get on a stage. Yes, growth can happen by just being in rooms and being in the audience and listening, but true growth and fast growth happens when you're on stage and you're providing value. This will be B-roll of me on a stage, I guess. When you're on the stage, you not only have the ability to speak on the microphone, but you have both authority and an opportunity. An opportunity to provide value and an opportunity to connect, and that equates to growth. So how do you get on a stage? Well, when you enter a room, if raising hands is on, you can capture the attention of the moderators in the room by raising your hand, especially at the appropriate time. You could potentially get invited to ask a question or share something related to the topic, and that stage is yours for the moment. Of course, be kind, be courteous, use common sense. And be sure to always provide value. All right. When you get on the stage, make sure you say your name and talk just a little bit. Okay. When you get on the stage, make sure to share your name and then. When you get up on the stage, make sure to share your name so that the moderators and the audience knows who is speaking. Remember, you're not just talking to the moderators or the people who are asking you to come up on stage. You're also speaking to an audience that's sitting and listening in on this conversation too. If you nail the question, you make it great, or you provide value, you can get people to follow you right on the spot. Okay, that's good. Typically, if you're doing a whole bunch of tips, this is for everybody who's watching right now, you want to stack your best tips at the beginning and your best tips at the end. The middle typically is where you have some useful tips, but that's maybe where there's more of a lull in the energy and the types of tips. So these ones in the middle are still useful, but they're not the bangers like we want, and that would keep people watching, right? Tip number 4. Speaking of getting up on the stage, sometimes when it comes to having the mic, less is more. Be concise, be direct, and don't be too self-promoty. Okay, I tried to add a joke here. That's why there's a word naughty here in case you saw that. But let me try the way I thought about it last night. Be concise, be direct, and don't ramble on too much. Oh, and don't be super self-promoty. Oh, and don't be super self-promoty. Super, hey, look at me, how awesome I am. Hey, look at me and how awesome I am. Don't be super naughty. Naughty? Now I'm doing like a quick little, jump take camera sort of comedic element, right? So it's not going to make sense right now, and you'll see it in the final thing, but I just said, and don't be super naughty. Naughty? Naughty? Not naughty. No, don't use that one. Don't be naughty. Okay, maybe we'll use the whisper one. That's kind of funny. Yes, it's totally okay to talk about yourself, but do it within the context of the conversation. And let the value that you're sharing speak for itself. You want people to kind of want to go and follow you because they love what you have to say, they love the question that you asked, and get interested in you, not because you told them to do that. Earn that click in the bio, and the rest will take care of itself. Super naughty. Okay, checking in with the chat really quick. Promoti. It doesn't matter if it's grammatically incorrect. It's me. Okay, editing would be a really tough job. It is. But the editor can use the sound waves. They'll know when the random pauses are. They'll see patterns in the conversation to know, okay, this matches this, matches this. I'll take the last one. They know what they're doing. Tip number 3. And this one was a hard one for me because I'm more of a sit in the back of the classroom and never raise my hand kind of guy. But in order to do well on Clubhouse, you have to be a bit, I don't want to say aggressive, but kind of. You have to take initiative. You have to take initiative. One of my pet peeves in life is having something to say, but being too afraid to say it, but then when I want to say it, the conversation's already moved on, and I've missed my chance. And I'll tell you, this happens all the time on Clubhouse. Darn, I wish I'd said that thing that doesn't matter anymore. Darn, I wish I said that thing that doesn't even matter anymore. Darn. I have something important to say that doesn't matter anymore. I don't know. You can pick one of those, Tim. Now, being a little bit more initiative. Now, taking a little bit of initiative might mean that you might speak over a couple people, in which case, okay, well, you can back down or you kind of take it and play it by ear. Many times the moderator will see who's trying to talk and give everybody a chance, which is good. If you can get in a room like that where fairly the moderator is giving everybody a chance to talk who's on stage, then yeah, definitely stay in there and pay attention and find other rooms that they create in the future. And if it doesn't work, it's all good. You'll have other chances as well. The truth is, though, if you just sit there and listen, nothing's going to happen, right? You're just a fly on the wall. Let's become somebody who interacts, who engages, who shows up, provides value, and it's going to take a little bit of outside of your comfort zone knowledge, and it's going to take a little bit of action outside of your comfort zone to make it happen, but I promise you, nobody's going to throw tomatoes at you or bite you or anything like that. You'll be fine. You got this. You got this. Okay. He might add it in there. He might not. Okay, chat. That's as far as we're going to get today. I think I wasn't able to get to the end because we had, I just realized the time, which is kind of crazy. But I'll finish the video later today, as you'll see. And I have an interview that I need to get to right now, so I need to bail. I'm sorry to bail on you so quickly like that, but I was doing a lot of explaining. I hope that was really helpful for you to see sort of as we go along. And yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate it. I have to bail, but I'm going to continue this soon after my interviews are over today. And then I'm going to be looking forward to spending more time with you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are starting at, I believe, 11 a.m. Pacific. 11 a.m. Pacific tomorrow. So, whew, thanks. Great job. Thanks for letting me be weird here with you today. And I'm going to finish the rest of the video later, and you'll see it probably on Thursday on the channel, so you can see the final result. So thank you so much. Take care. Gotta bail. Peace out. Hit that like button before you go. See if we can get to 100. And as always, Team Flynn for the win. Let's go.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream. All while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
All right, getting ready for the interview. So I got the microphone. Yeah, that was super fun. I got the secret word in, which is good, especially because I lost my Post-it note because I was cleaning yesterday, but we're all good. We're all good. Chat, you're amazing. Thank you so much for the support. At Reef, thanks for the super chats. Anybody else who offered that, sorry if I wasn't able to see it, but I got to bail. Peace out, take care, and as always, Team Flynn for the win. Oh, did we hit it? Did we hit it? We are 7 away at Deep Pocket Monster. Let's go. Peace out, everybody. Thanks so much.